What is happening to all the YouTubers? I'm new to the game of content creation, and I've been on understanding social media for the longest. I've been a social media manager for multiple car dealerships for over the years. I've also grown some faceless pages to 10K and all that good stuff. People didn't know I ran that page and on Instagram and all that good stuff, but YouTube is newer to me. And recently there has been a influx of long-term content creators, in a sense, quitting or retiring or they're stopping content creation, or they're going a different route of content creation. I was confused on why. A lot of people see content creation as a business opportunity. They see this as a job, right? Some people hate their 9 to 5. They wake up in the morning upset. They go to work upset. They're working upset. They come home, they're upset because they got to do the same exact thing the next day. But when you start being a content creator or a YouTuber or an influencer, you're getting paid, in a sense, to be you. You're getting paid, in a sense, to do things that you would already do for free. Streamers online play games for free, get paid for it. People who like to fashion, who like to thrift or get paid in regards to making a lot of clothing content or fashion content or just style content, they get paid for that. So what is the issue? And I was very confused, and I started watching a lot of these videos of why these people are leaving, and it's evident that this started off as a dream job, which turned into a job they hated. And now when you take this on, everything becomes content. Everything becomes content because now you're looking at every situation of, okay, when could I record? What could I record? The type of content you record. You're never not working. You're constantly in the flow of working. But that's the problem with jobs nowadays. Jobs back in the day or anything like that, it's more of a physical thing, right? Let's say a cashier. Nothing wrong with cashiers. You work your job. You come in, you clock in, you do your job, you clock out, you go home. You never think about that job for the rest of the day or the rest of the time at your home. Now, jobs that require you to have internet connection, jobs that require you to constantly be thinking about something, month end, first of the month, or new quarter, new year. You're constantly doing work, and on top of it, being hybrid and working from home sucks because you can constantly be working. Again, you're never not working. I've been in that situation where I was an account manager for a large oil and gas company, one of the largest in the world at one point, and I would constantly be working. My phone was always available to be, they can ring me up and say, hey, I need to get this done. And it could be a Saturday at lunchtime. I'm with my wife or my kid, and I gotta drop what I'm doing and fix it. Why? Because if I don't, I'm gonna hear it Monday, right? So you cannot break away from work, especially if you work from home. And the issue with that is you're constantly experiencing burnout. Now, taking this back to being a YouTuber, you are creating content. You are marketing your brand. You are your brand. You are selling. You are selling yourself. You are selling the products that you affiliate. You are selling the content to other people. You have to think about marketing. You have to think about these thumbnails, all these other things. So now the creative, fun job or business as yourself is no longer fun. It's no longer focused on being creative. It's now focused on being a business, profitable, and obviously now analytical, right? You have to get numbers, right? You have to get views, watch time. You have to get reach, engagement. You didn't sign up for that. You did, but you didn't know that at the time. And a lot of people go into this not expecting this to be a business. They don't look at it as a business, and they start getting paid like a business. And then when it requires them to do certain things, they want to pull back because that wasn't what they wanted to do. Now, I don't know what it is to be a YouTuber or a content creator as of yet, because I've just started 2 pages. This one, and I have another page. I'm gonna link it down below. It's more about firearms. I kind of keep it separate because not a lot of people like that. But as a dad, I think I need to protect my home, my family. And yeah, I do box. I've been training for 10 years, but I can't box a bullet. I can't fight a bullet. So there's my little quick plug. Look in the description, you can see it. But back to just creating content in the sense of my personal brand. These guys are out here, day in, day out, putting in work. But at the same time, with the 9 to 5, or one of those jobs I told you where you're never not working, you're day in, day out, putting out work. And there's no passive or residual coming from when you post something at your job. right? I help with reports. I post, obviously, content for other accounts. But yeah, that's short-lived. But on YouTube, if you make evergreen content, it's there forever. Somebody can search it 3, 4, 5, 6 years down the road, and you still get paid for it. That, to me, sounds great. But there's content creators out there that I've watched. For example, one of my favorite is Corey Kenshin. He happens to be a gamer. He plays horror games and popular games and all that good stuff. He's well over, I think, 15 million or 10 million subscribers. He takes hiatuses. He vanishes for months on end. Doesn't say anything about it. Pops back up in the blue. He's consistent, and then all of a sudden ghosted. I think it's been almost a year since he's last posted, but at the same time, his videos are getting millions of views, so he's getting paid residual. He's still getting paid passively for those previous videos. Looking at these other YouTubers, I've listened to them, and they said that they are no longer feeling the love or the joy for the content they create. They're not creating for themselves anymore. They're not creating for the likes, the views, the reach. They're creating for the audience. And yes, within reason, you need to create for yourself and you need to create for the audience. But if you lose yourself in the content that, let's say you make one video about fitness, but it was never what you wanted to do, and all of a sudden now that's what you're going to try to do, you're going to start to resent that content. Once you start resenting that content, people are going to see it, and then what's going to happen is they're going to stop messing with you because they can feel it through the camera. That was a fear I had. I didn't want to do a page where it was all about being a dad. Originally, Devoted Dads was in my name of my page, my YouTube channel, and I changed it just to me, right? Because I want to do more of a more general versus specific to dad stuff, right? Because one, my target audience isn't always going to be dads, and two, I'm not always a dad all the time. The majority of my time, I'm a dad, I'm a husband, yes, all that good stuff, but it's just me a fraction of the time. And seeing these YouTubers start to make decisions to to fall back and move away from their original channels, it's concerning, but at the same time, it's opportunity. There's years, it's cyclical, which means it goes in a cycle. The same top YouTubers aren't always going to be the ones that are there. For example, growing up, Smosh, Ray William Johnson, right? Niga Higa, they were the top, right? They were just making content to make content. Now it switches over to like Logan Paul, the Jake Pauls, switches over to Mr. Beast, right? So all these guys who are the top creators, they fluctuate or they rotate. Let's say a top creator in a certain industry, after a certain while, their audience grows out of them, right? And you want people to grow, right? Move on to a next chapter. They no longer want to watch certain content, and I feel like it's better to leave when you're up top before you just try to continue to just push out content, which then tarnishes your legacy, makes you look kind of bad, right? You're not quitting, you're not leaving, but you're leaving on top so people remember you as that winner, right? And right now, the opportunity is there. A lot of these YouTubers have started up businesses, and these businesses may not be 100% correlated to their YouTube channel, but for you, you might be focusing on getting that YouTube channel to then launch yourself into another business. So this is where opportunity comes in, and you can go ahead and start poaching, in a sense, and pulling those audiences away. Create content that's for you. Create content that's for your audience, but at the same time, do not lose the passion of what you're doing. I'm coming into this looking at it as a business. I went to school as a business major, in a sense, and a double minor in economics and marketing. So all this is great for me because at the end of the day, it's an expectation that I'm gonna do things that I don't like. I'm gonna do things that I don't love. And after a certain point, I look at emotion as this, or feeling as this. Regardless of how you feel in a certain way, you need to remain disciplined, and you need to continue to do what you need to do for the end goal. So if my end goal is to be a content creator and reach out to hundreds, thousands, millions of people to change their life in a sense, and I don't have to technically change your life and make you the greatest person of all time, maybe something I said impacts you. Maybe I say something that makes you turn on a switch in your head and then it just changes something in you, right? The opportunity is there now. These YouTubers are starting to phase out, and that Mr. Beast content, that high intensity, overly produced, extra expensive videos, they're no longer the ones getting the views. And a lot of channels like this, smaller channels, those that are actually more tangible, people that are more people-based, are getting the views, are getting pushed by the algorithm, are getting likes by the audience. And I think right now, you need to capitalize, be opportunistic. The best time to buy in the market is when there's blood on the streets. That's basically for the stock market, but right now there's blood on the streets. When people are getting defensive and they're starting to pull back and, hey man, I no longer want to do this, you need to go on the offense. There was an influx of creators in 2020 because we were all home, we were all on lockdown, and right now, I think the best time to start another channel or content creation or do what you want to do is current, right? Content creation or influencers, I think it's expected to be $1 trillion company, or currently $1 trillion company by 2027. So, industry, not company. But at the end of the day, you have an opportunity to make something that can both pay you and give you content that fulfills you. Not everyone likes their job, and they're not going to like their job. So why not do the same exact thing in a content creating setting, talking about a topic that you know you love, or you know you're extremely good at or versatile in, and continue to build off of that. But don't be a one-trick pony. Continue to do different things. Make some shorts, make some videos of vlogs. I'm just saying, do what you need to do to stay comfortable, and do what you need to do that keeps you level-headed in this industry. Because yeah, you can retire once you get a nice business and you start, let's say you start a restaurant or a food truck after you do all this and it's successful and it takes away from your content creation, then do it because you're more passionate about that, or you're making money with that one, do it. But right now, it's like the gold rush, and the gold is the content, and you gotta sell the services, you gotta sell the shovels. This is this right here. So I think at the end of the day, content creation in itself is creation of that. So you need to be creative and look at it as a business. A lot of people say, oh, don't come into YouTube thinking to make money or look at it as business. Well, then when it gets to that point when it becomes a business and you have to do things you don't want to do, you're going to hate it. So come in this looking at it as a business that you're passionate about. That's the difference that I see. I don't have thousands and thousands of followers yet, but at the end of the day, I can tell you about doing stuff that you don't like. I can tell you about doing stuff that you do like. And last I checked, society requires you to work, requires you to make some money. So why not doing it a way that's unique and a way that you love? So a lot of these content creators are coming out of the woodworks, and I think it's a perfect opportunity while all of these other content creators phase out. Take that opportunity, make it in what you can, and just understand you have to have delayed gratification. It's not going to happen overnight. You may have a viral video that pops, and it may help you pop a little bit, but at the same time, you're not going to blow up overnight. And a lot of people currently have that microwavable mindset, where you think you pop it in the microwave for 30 seconds and it's nice and hot. No, this is an oven. You got to preheat it to 450 or 375. Let it get to that temperature and then put it in there for like 15, 20 minutes, right? So it takes time. I think the time is now, man. I'm going to take an opportunity. I spoke to a friend recently. He's been doing YouTube just for a few months, and he showed me what his payout is, and he showed me that it changed his life, and he's doing that, no longer doing things he doesn't want to do. I'm there for it. So all these content creators, you guys phase out. That's cool. It's time to graduate and move on to another life or another point in your life, and I'm here for it. So shout out to those guys that, in a sense, paved the way. Shout out to those guys that are now phasing out and setting the other audiences up for the picking. So go and get it. I'm about to go hit this gym workout. Yeah, that's it. I'm out.